The Manhattan Housing Authority has been placed under federal observation now following some alleged shortcomings. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development says it provided notice to the Manhattan Housing Authority about deficiencies that it has not fully addressed, leading to it being declared in substantial default, and HUD stepping in to track its steps to reach the goals they have laid out. The Housing Authority says this declaration does not impact benefits that residents receive from the program and confirm that there are already several corrective steps in place now to get the agency back to where it needs to be.